My name's Deason.
My name's Logan.
My name's Zane.
And my name's Amory, and this is our educational computer game project for 2025. So our main goal for this project was to design a game that would effectively teach a target audience how about a topic of our choosing. So first, we asked who our target audience would be and what the learning outcome of the game would be. We brainstormed solutions to our initial questions. We ended up deciding on a middle school audience and decided the game would teach basic logic and processes behind electrical engineering. And we would use a puzzle game featuring common components in circuit design like diodes, capacitors, and resistors. We began to plan a general outline of the game, made sketches for level and puzzle design, and built the assets we would use in the creation of the games and found the ones that we wouldn't create. So finally, once the plan was followed, we play tested the prototype of the game, highlighted problem areas, and began another iteration of the design cycle. This is just one example of the design process we followed several times over to keep us on track throughout the development of this game. We implemented the engineering design cycle every time we wanted to add a new enemy, level, or mechanic. This project taught us just how fluid the design cycle was. At many times we did the steps out of order or even did multiple steps at the same time to keep production going as fast as possible.
Here you can see the gameplay footage. So the main premise of the game is collecting items to open a door to then solve a wire puzzle to open another door. So as you can see in this room, there are enemies that you have to fight first. And once you actually defeat the enemies, they drop the items that you need to use in the puzzle at the end of the level. Once you defeat the last enemy, the door will open, allowing you access to the wire puzzle. As you can see, this wire puzzle is more complex than the last and involves using new components. This is how we do our teaching method. And here you can see the 6 different wire puzzles we designed for our game.
Some design challenges that we encountered in making this game was learning a new game engine and the language that it uses, which was Game Maker language and Game Maker. And then locating the source of bugs that arose when making this game and figuring out how to fix those bugs was another problem that took a lot of time and effort. An example of this is the boss towards the end of the game could walk on an acid pit, which was not a part of the plan. YouTube videos helped a lot, and it shows how Game Maker works and helped with some of the bugs that arose while making the game. YouTube also shows how to implement some of the design ideas that the design leader came up with. The main solution to a lot of problems was just putting a lot of time and effort into a problem, which also made our jobs easier in the future because of the knowledge that we gained. And the last solution, which helped solve most of the problems, was the design leaders putting their coding knowledge together in order to solve a problem that one or the other was struggling with.
If we had a chance to do this project again, there are a few things we would do differently. First, we would make sure to complete our last major revision of the design at least a week before first year engineering design day, so that we would have more time to fix problems that came up, because we ended up still making changes on the actual day of the event, and it would have been better to have more time. We also could have held more regular check-ins with all of the members present to make sure everyone's contributing adequately. We mostly just checked in to complete like each milestone of the project, and we could have met more frequently. It also would have been helpful to show our project to more people outside of our group, because there were some problems with our project that weren't really apparent until other people tried it out. So if we could have gotten more of those external perspectives, it would have been helpful. Some additional advice for future freshmen would be to set aside several hours every week to dedicate specifically to the project, and be prepared to dedicate more time as well, and plan out each step of the project, as well as setting deadlines for each step of the project. And make sure to reach out for help, either from your group or from the instructor or any other resources available to you if you need the help.